What is going on, guys? This is Versus All Gaming with my review of Magi, The Kingdom of Magic, Episode 8, and this episode was amazing. So it starts off with Sinbad, Shakar, and Yam, and of course, they're all in Sindora, but they are wondering how far, Aladdin has made progress, because clearly, he should be in school by now. And we learned something very sad because Yam is so confident in him and he'll be our first Kodor. But when we actually go to Aladdin, he did so poorly that he is the lowest of the low. He is a 6th Kodor. And basically he failed his exam, but he still got in. But he did horrible because when he tried to use magic, normally we see him summon just like this fireball, but here when he can't get help from the Ryuk, it's like this small poop of flames, and that's why he basically it's on the low tier right now. And we see that like there's this one guy who like looking down on him, because he would call him a lame little trip, I think it was. But we learned that that these two guys are now roommates, and his name was Spentus. I always have like the problem, saying some of these Magi characters' name wrong, but I think you say it's Spentus. Now I could be wrong, and I know that this character is going to be important because he is like a Aladdin's roommate after all. So I'm pretty sure I can get his name right eventually. But now that this guy is a 4th Kodor, he was looking down on Aladdin, and he even told him to flunk out, because they have these exams every 2 months, and if you don't pass, you'll be expelled right away. And so this guy, Spentus, he actually took Aladdin's class schedule, and it was nothing but body training. And he was wondering, why was it like that? But the next day, when he goes to class, he's not the only one there. There are a few members of the 6th Kodor level, and they all have the class as well, where they're going to have to strengthen their bodies under Myers. I'm pretty sure that's how they said her name, so I'm gonna say it like that, under Myers' guidance. And this woman, even though I'm not gonna lie, like clearly, she was sexy, and of course the fan server was there when it came to motivating Aladdin. So basically, if you ever want Aladdin, to pick up the slack, just put a large-breasted woman, in front of him, because in certain scenes we saw that was like clearly the case. Because now that she's their instructor, and she was very strict, she was definitely not taking any bull, nor was she scared of hurting any of them. Because a few times she slammed Aladdin, and she also had that whip that apparently can shock people, because sadly a few of them met that fate. So they were doing like all this running, they had to jump up these stairs, they had to do push-ups and sit-ups. She had to be doing everything you could think of, to improve their bodies. And we see for a while they're like really struggling, and then eventually, a few of them quit. It actually gets to the point where there are only 6 people left, and it's crazy how they go from a large class like that to only 6 remaining people. That right there was freaking crazy. So now we see Spentus. He was looking at them a few times, and it was obvious that he was actually, wanting to believe in them. And you could see that he actually, wanted to become friends with Aladdin, because he even asked him, like where he came from, and if he had like any stories to share. But of course, every time Spentus tried to share his past, Aladdin would like instantly fall asleep. And but we actually did learn a place. I believe it's like where he's from. I think it's called Heliophat. I have no idea how to pronounce it, because he only said that that one time. So it's kind of hard to say it, like, so it's kind of hard to say it right away. But after these 2 months of training from these 6 remaining mages, because everybody else quit, we see that they have improved so much. Like Aladdin had made like this huge fire, and in a contained area, of course. And then we have this one red hair guy who made like this awesome water spell. Now, what was like really interesting, what was some of these wands they had. It would, I know that girl. I don't think that they said her name, but her wands, because she had two, were like very interesting. I would definitely like to see more of these characters, because I do think that they could be, you know, great allies for Aladdin, because obviously he's a Magi. He's like one of these ultimate magicians. So of course, you know, if he had like friends that could help him out, he could kind of have like his own household of magicians in a sense, just like, you know, how any dojin, like any dojin holder can have his own house of vessels. So that right there will be like pretty awesome to see. But once they see the result of their training, we actually learn like what these members specialize in, because there is this magic tool where you put Ryuk in it. It will actually hit you with the element that you specialize in. So Aladdin, he was type 1 or red magician. The guy with the red hair, he was a type 2 or blue magician. The girl, I believe she was type 4, which was wind. And then we have one guy that was type 6, which I think was lightning, or maybe 6 was wind, or 5 was wind. Yeah, 5 was wind, and 4 was lightning. And I believe that the last guy, he was also a red magician. And we also learn of these different classes as well. We have fire, water, life, wind, lightning, power. I'm pretty sure I'm not missing 2 right now. Let's see: fire, water, wind, lightning. What else? Life. I'm trying to remember, you know, what they all were, but I'll definitely go back and look it up. But we learned that whatever is the opposite one from yours is the one, it's the second element that you'll specialize in, and Aladdin is wind. So now we see that if he actually, you know, listens to the Ryuk, he'll learn new spells, because we actually saw him, you know, learn his first wind spell, and he used it. And to me, that right there was like pretty cool. It's actually, you know, kind of shocking at how much progression, you know, he made in this one episode, because now it was time for his first exam. And of course, you know, all of them were like really nervous, because these guys were at the bottom when it came to level. And so if they would have, you know, flunked out here, then it would have been all over, because they would have got kicked out. But Aladdin, he actually went first, and he made this huge fireball. And to me, that right there was incredible. But not only did he stop there, but he actually combined it with his wind spell, and we just see like this amazing fire twister going on. And not only, you know, was it huge, but it also, you know, became so big that it extended, you know, out of the arena they were in and into the sky. And from him doing those 2 simple spells, he jumped from a 6 Kodor to a 1st. Now, where is Drake when you need him? Because Aladdin literally started from the bottom. He was a 6 Kodor, and now he's at 1st. That is freaking crazy. And so, like, now you see Spencer's, you know, he's shocked, because, you know, that right there is definitely an impressive feat. To start from a 6 to go all the way to a 1st, that is freaking insane. Now, I'm pretty sure, you know, Aladdin had to break a record right there for the fastest jump in the history of that school. Because it's not every day that, you know, a student that has a 6 Kodor and goes all the way to the 1st. So yeah, this episode, it was freaking amazing. Like, this story progression, it was on point. I actually love, like, whenever, you know, Aladdin would get so motivated by Maya's chest, and he like even thanked her for it. And then at the end, like, Maya's got so happy that she had to push everybody out the way, and it kind of looked like she stripped. But then when the animation actually go back to being good and not just that comedic style, I guess you say they could take, she like still had her armor on. But she was just so touched and happy for him. Cause I'm pretty sure she like never had a student like that to make that kind of progress. But as always, guys, please like the video and don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to hear what you all thought about this episode, because like I said, to me it was freaking amazing. But as always, you guys take it easy, and I'll see you all next time.